Hello friends, I am Professor Amruta Nandal, working as a lecturer in Electronics and Telecommunication Department at SPM Polytechnic Kumte Solapur. This is our 11th video lecture on Unit 2, Fundamentals of Cellular System. In last video lecture, we had seen what is interference and system capacity, studied types and the definition of interference. So, you all know an interference is defined as that which modifies a signal in a disruptive manner as the signal travels along a channel between its source and receiver. The performance of a cellular radio system get degraded due to the interference. So, what are the types of interference? We already seen these types in last video lecture, so once again revise that. There are two types of system generated interference. The first one is co-channel interference and next is a adjacent channel interference. So you all know this diagram. Yes, this is the cluster of four different frequencies. N is equal to 4. So F1, F2, F3, F4. Okay, this cluster is repeated here. So I will show you. So this is the first cluster and this one is the second cluster. Okay, this one is the first cluster and this one is the second cluster. So which are the co-channel and which are the adjacent cells? So here I shown if the frequency is same, if the frequency of the cell is same, then that cells are called as the co-channel cells. And if frequency is different or if the cells are neighboring cells, so that cells are called as the adjacent cell. So F2 and F4 are the adjacent cell, F1, F2 are also adjacent cell, F3 and F4 also adjacent cell, F2, F3 are also adjacent cells. Adjacent cell have different frequencies or same frequencies, but co-channel cell always has same frequencies. Okay. So let us start with our video, that is from explaining that types of interference. First one is a co-channel interference. Okay. So what is co-channel interference? As earlier I told that the co-channels are which one? Which having the same frequency. So that the interference occur between that two cells is called as a co-channel interference. Let read the definition. The interference taking place between the signals originating from co-channel cells, okay, from which the interference is originated, that is generated. From a co-channel cell, the interference is generated, that is called as a co-channel interference. This can be reduced by, we can reduce this interference by separating the co-channel cells physically by a minimum distance. If we keep some distance of the two cells, then we can reduce that co-channel interference. So we have some relations. Okay. So co-channel reuse ratio, we have co-channel reuse ratio. For what purpose? So we want to minimize this co-channel interference. So to do that, what is the relation between distance and the radius? The Q is called as a co-channel reuse ratio. What is that? The Q is called as the co-channel reuse ratio. At what distance we have to keep another that is same frequency co-channel. So Q is equal to D by R, where D is a distance between two cells. What is that? D is a distance between two cells and R is what? R is the radius of cell. So the Q is equal to under root 3 by N. Always we have to maintain this relation when we use frequency reuse concept. You know what is frequency reuse concept. If we increase the ratio of D by R, if we increase the ratio of d by r, then co-channel interference will be reduced. What we have to do to minimize this co-channel interference, we have to do increase the d by r ratio to reduce this co-channel interference. This is all about the co-channel interference. Here in this diagram you will see there is 4 different cells are present having same frequency, not a different frequency. This is a f1 frequency, this is also f1 frequency, this is also f1, this is also f1. Okay, so what is the difference, what is the distance between all these cells? So it having the distance of d. Okay, the radius of that cell is r. If d by r ratio we will increase, then automatically the co-channel interference will decreases. Okay, some effect, this co-channel interference have some effect on different points. Okay, let us see that. Okay, next is just a minute. Okay, effect of value q. What is the effect of value q? What is that q? Q is the co-channel reuse ratio, that is q is equal to d by r. If we kept q is small, okay, if we kept q is small, then what happen? N is also small. If we kept q and n is equal to small, then what will happen? System capacity, it increases. We want to increase always system capacity. We don't lose our system capacity. If we lose system capacity, then our efficiency is degraded. There is no point of cellular system. Okay, so always increase the system capacity. To increase the capacity, what we want to do? So keep n is small and keep q is also small. Then if q is large, what will happen? Reduce co-channel interference. We also want, what we want? We also always want to reduce co-channel interference. Okay, we always want to co-channel interference. So here you got some confusion. So we have to keep q is small or q is large. So it is always depend upon how to keep q. So it is always depend upon system capacity and co-channel interference. We not keep q small or too large, too small or too large. It is depend upon system capacity and the co-channel interference. Okay, next is what? Effect of co-channel interference. What is the effect of co-channel interference? So if q is large, when we keep q is large, what will happen? What will happen? It reduces co-channel interference, but also n is large. We have to keep n is large. Then we'll reduce co-channel interference and system capacity. We can reduce the system capacity. So next is effect of cluster. So if n is small, then system capacity is large. So these are the effect of co-channel interference and system capacity. And next is the next type of interference is adjacent channel interference. What is mean by adjacent channel cell? You all know. What are adjacent channel? The neighboring cells are called as the adjacent channel. F2, F1, F2, F4, F4, F3 and F1, F2, F2, F3, like that. Okay, so just first we will see definition of adjacent channel. The interference that results from signals which are close in frequency domain to the desired signal frequency is called as this adjacent channel frequency. Just you keep in mind that the interference between these two cells, neighboring cells, is called as the adjacent channel interference. Okay, and these are the different frequencies. Here having different these are the different cells having different frequency, which are called as the adjacent cells. Due to imperfect receiver filter, the frequency from adjacent channel interfere with the passband of the desired signal to create the adjacent channel. So why this interference is occurred? Due to the imperfect receiver filter. If filter are not perfect, not proper, then this interference will be occurred. So here you will see some diagram. Okay, so this will call as a cell. Okay, as this structure is there, no, hexagonal cell. So sometime these cells are overlaps. It is a not a practical shape. It is a for practical purpose we will use circle, sometimes we will use sometime not a perfect hexagon. Okay, so overlap is occurred everywhere. What that? Overlap is occurred everywhere. So here the adjacent channel interference is occurred. So to reduce that, what will have to do? We will see in next slide. Okay, here this is called as the near far effect. What is that? It is called as the near far effect. So to reduce the adjacent channel interference, there are two methods. Okay, careful filtering, it is the one method, and second one is the careful channel assignment. If we do carefully channel assignment, then adjacent channel interference will not be occurred. Okay, if the frequency reuse factor is large or cluster size n is small, the adjacent channel at the base station will too close to each other in the frequency domain. This will increase the adjacent channel interference. So we always keep in mind that frequency reuse factor and cluster size. Okay, so this is the what is called that what will we do to avoid the adjacent channel interference. So here the guard band is used. Okay, so we can call it as the guard band here. So some distance is maintained, in between two cells. This it is called as the distance in nothing but the frequency separation, not in the distance. It is the frequency separation. If we do this frequency separation, that is the careful filtering or careful channel assignment, then we can reduce this adjacent channel interference. So this is all about the types of interference, that is co-channel interference and adjacent channel interference. And this is the assignment for today's video lecture. So do it regularly. Thank you.